Welcome back to Slice of Life Dublin. The Heritage Park contains many buildings of historical importance to the city of Dublin. One of the oldest buildings is the Green General Store. Although it's changed its purpose over the years, one descendant of John Green is trying to preserve the history of the store. And through his research, he's learned not only about his family's legacy, but also their importance to Dublin.
John Green is my great-great-grandfather. Well, my father died November 2001, and at that point, about a month before he died, he asked me to come over and he gave me the family photographs, records, and he wanted me to have certain things. And then after he passed away, I spent a lot of time going through the photographs, looking at them. A lot of them were taken by his mother, my grandmother, Marie Donahue. Fortunately, she had dated and described who the people were in a lot of the photographs. That's where it started, and I believed at some point that my grandmother's photographs were possibly historically important and had never been seen.
Given the key to unlock his family's past, David Keller began his search of discovering the life of John Green, a California pioneer whose story is vital to Dublin's past and future.
He was born in County Longford, Ireland, in 1823. I don't know much about his life in Ireland except what his son wrote in the family Bible. He was a pioneer that came to California out of Ireland as a product of the potato famine.
The potato famine was a period of starvation and disease. Nearly 1 million of Ireland's population died when the main food source, the potato, failed as a crop. Many then decided to emigrate to the New World and start a new life.
I would think that anybody with a young person with some ambition and some self-initiative would want to get out of that type of environment, seeing that there was really little future to raise your own family. And at that time, America was being touted as the land of opportunity. Once he arrived in New York, the written record shows that he was an apprentice to a pharmaceutical company in New York that had relationships with companies in South America. He arrived in San Francisco somewhere between 1857 and 1858. He had a brother that was a physician, set up a drugstore in Oakland. The legend is that he tired of that after a short period of time and put all his possessions into an ox cart and came over the hill, the Hayward Hills, into Dublin, and settled on some land that was in dispute by Michael Murray, who had been here earlier, and J.W. Doherty.
Once settled in Dublin, John Green put his pharmacy experience to the test by opening the Green General Store.
Dublin was an important crossroads between the Bay Area and the gold fields. John Green built the store in 1860. It was a stagecoach stop.
1860 would be a busy year for John Green. He married an Irish girl also from County Longford named Anna McGovern, then built the Green Hotel right across the street from the General Store.
One of the mysteries is how he accumulated enough money to buy the land, build the store, and build the hotel within just a few short years. I have seen one published account. It was published in a horse racing magazine that John Green made his money in mining. He made a fortune in mining. I've never heard that anywhere else, but it would make some sense that he had some means to acquire land and to build businesses at that time.
Today, the building still remains. The Green Store still contains historical importance to the city of Dublin, even though it's changed its purpose many times over the years.
Well, the store is a church. It's the Church of Christ, and before that, my father told me it was a saloon. And in the past, it also was Dublin's first public library for a number of years, 1914 through the 40s. It was the post office. John Green was the postmaster for Dublin for the first 30 years. So it served as a central location for just about everything for quite a number of years.
David learned his great-great-grandfather was Dublin's first and leading businessman.
He had several passions. It's hard to say which his greatest was. Acquiring land and taking advantage of the opportunities that California had laid out for someone with enough ambition. Secondly, I think he had a passion for public service.